And here we are. All things must come to an end, and that includes this series. It's been a lot of fun doing this, and although it was a bit stressful, it was a change of pace from how I normally function. Yesterday, I stated, "The Ash Yggdrasil will shake, and nothing will be unafraid in heaven or on earth." This is a line from the poem Grimnismal, and a chapter in Norse mythology. It is stated that when this happens, it signals the arrival of Ragnarok. On the 12th day of Christmas, Rob Top gave to me Ragnarok by Noble Boy, Yggdrasil by Vismith and Abaddon, Napalm by Marwick, Down Bass by Spectra, Red World Rebirth by Riot, The Super Hot Dog by Osami, Wavebreaker by Lemon, Misfire by Galaxis, Conical Depression by Kermal, Barbaros Finale by Mafe, Quoar by Vibrant, and Dark Odyssey by Jonathan G.D. Oh yeah, it's that time again. Not that time again, it's that time for Ragnarok. This is the one that I've been hyping up, and yeah, it's really hard. So let's talk about it. I actually want to go in depth with this one. I might be using speed hack, just so I can talk about stuff more efficiently. This part is so free to the point in which, I can't even say that it's free, because you die to it a bunch, because you're not focused, but the part itself isn't that hard. Except for those two. You have to hit that blue orb and the green orb, both pretty late. Okay. So, Rustam's part is the worst, most annoying, most horrendous part ever. So, you start off. So, you've got this, this wave. Getting into the wave corridor is the hardest part. And then the release is also pretty tough. And then the middle part is super easy. We're speed hacking this part. And showing hitboxes. So, I hate early 2.1 Spider. It is so frustrating. So, when people made Spider parts back in the day, they would do this frequently, where it's just go up, go down. I mean, it was in Wavebreaker, which is another early 2.1 level, because people didn't know how to make Spider gameplay. However, here's the thing about the Spider. If you pause right here, it looks like, oh, I'm in the very middle. With your hitboxes off, it's a bit more, it looks like that a bit more. However, right now, where I am, I may or may not die if I tap the button. Like, this is either the earliest I could click the button, or too early. So, in other words, about here is the middle. The dot showed up about here. In other words, so your space is like, I hate this Spider part, dude. Everything. This is the most frustrating. I mean, I even did it at half speed. Like, see, like that. Like, what is happening there? And then, ball part's free, thankfully. I say as we watch me die in slow motion to it. Then this robot jump's actually kind of hard, but not unmanageable. So we get to, right here, we get to one of the harder parts of the level, but it gets consistent. So you hit that pink orb late, you hit that green orb slightly late. When I do that, like, well, now I'm just flying, but when I do the, I think I'm gonna bump off speed hack real quick for this part. So, when I get to that ball portal, like when I jump into it, that's the start of the chain, and I just do 5 even taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that just works very well. Then, after that, you get to these 2 orbs, the blue orb and the yellow orb, and both of them are very difficult. So you have to hit this blue orb right in the middle, and then you have to do the same thing with the yellow orb. And when you're doing it at normal speed, it's very tight. Plus, if you jump over the triple spike over here too early, then you're gonna crash into a spike on the side of this wall instead of hitting the blue orb. Yeah, so it's rough. Then if you jump too late there, if you jump too early on either of these, actually, like that was fine actually. You actually have to jump stupidly early for this one, so you know it's not that bad. But you can crash on the spike up there, and then if you jump too early, I already died to it. But you can die to those spikes down there, so you have to watch out for those. And then this part is so weird. So what you need to do is you need to hit these yellow orbs slightly late. Ever so slightly late. And then this yellow orb up here you hit in the middle, and then when you do that, your ship will usually be in a completely different position than it was on your previous attempt. So what you do, you always just wait a second, stabilize yourself with one click, and then press the blue orb to go down. Then you ignore this blue orb, buffer that dash orb. It's actually a lot harder than it would seem to buffer that dash orb. Hit that late, hit that in the middle, and then this part. Okay, I just did it perfectly, but hit that yellow orb as late as you can, then hit the green orb right in the middle. Don't want to risk it. Don't hit it like stupidly late. But if you hit it too early like that, then you will come out of the portal wrong. Then, after you do that, hit that green orb as late as you can, and then hit the blue orb as soon as you can. So as a whole, put that all together, and you get and yeah, that is a lot to take in, but it gets consistent with enough time. And now we're moving on to the drop. So you come out, you immediately buffer a jump. You need to hit that green orb slightly late. Tiny robot jump, like even that was too much. I had to like completely change my like how I was holding the button, not holding the button, but how I tap the button. I need to switch to a very light input. We get to this part right after the robot. What I did, I was struggling to find a consistent click pattern for that, but 1 2 1 2, like yeah, that works. I am so good at the game. So you need to hit all of those. Like, you want to hit the UFO immediately, as early as you can. 1 2 3. You hit all of those, like, in the middle. You can hit the first two early-ish. Then, I do 2 clicks on the ship. Like, one right when I enter, one right there. And then, you want to hit these orbs kind of lightly. Hit that, hit that. This part's pretty chill. And then that click is easy, but you need to know when to do it, because it is blind. And then, we get to the infamous 26% ship, which is a bit of a run killer. Because you need to be angled right, you need to have a good idea of, like, what you're doing. So, when I jump into the portal, I do 2 clicks with the ship. 1 to stabilize immediately, and then a small little thing. You don't go up as much as you think you need to. But you do need to go up a decent amount. But in like any completion that you hear, it's just gonna sound like 1 2, like really fast. But both of those clicks are there for a reason. Zaro's part, I don't even need to do this on like half speed. This part is so easy. I'm rusty. I beat this 10 days ago. So I'm coming back after a long break to record this practice session, and I just did that on my second try. No, it wasn't even my second try, it was my first. Because my first death was to the quadruple spike. Um, Zara's part isn't over, but that is such a free part after the 26% choke point. The blind transition for some reason. And then you just do 1, 2, and then you need to hit that first green orb as late as you can. So that you hit that pad as soon as you can. Because if you land on top of it and bounce, there's a chance you're not gonna clear the spike. Then once you land in the ship, you just hit the yellow orb, and then I just do 2 clicks there to make sure that I clear the spike, but I don't go too far to drop down. And then the rest of it, as long as you hit that red orb late enough, then you're not gonna bonk your head on the ceiling. You'll be fine. Easy wave, and then we get to Zephyrox, which is honestly a really hard part. So, go in the ship. I just do like 3 or 4 clicks, depending on how I'm just situated. Go in. That part looks a lot harder than it is. Like, those spikes closing in, that looks very difficult, but it's actually not. Because the top one, you can't even die to. If anything, you're gonna die to the saw blade. That's right behind it. That actually juts out more than the spike. So, what a horrible checkpoint spot. Then I do 1, 2. Like, I just do that. So, what you're intended to do here is you hit all 3 of those, but what I do is I just land, this is a bad spot to do it, normally in a better situation, but, hit the blue orb late, and then hit the yellow orb late. Let me back up. Yeah, normally I'm like that. You come out with enough upward momentum that hitting the blue orb, even if you hit it in the middle, you'll be fine. And then the tricky part is hitting the yellow orb early enough. But it's still so much easier than doing like 3 really fast clicks. So that ball click, the one right here, looks a lot harder than it actually is. You just click early. And then I did a 1, 2, 3 pattern here. But that's not the greatest thing to do, because if you hit that black orb too early, then you're going to hit the platform instead of clearing it. Then you enter the spider. Where you land is a bit like wherever, depending on where you hit the black orb. But usually just wait a split second before you press the button. That works fine enough. 1, 2, 3. And then I do 2 clicks. When I enter that ship portal, it looks like a 1 click, but I think 2 clicks works better. This wave is awesome. I love this wave. It's so satisfying to do. But it's tough. It's very tough. I'm glad I did Bloodlust, because it actually helped me with that wave click pattern-ish. Like, at the end of Michigan. Here, you click the pink orb, and then you don't hold, and then you react in time to go down as when you're normal gravity. You just react to when you need to press the button. It's usually right around the same spot. I don't know if you need to do 4 clicks, but that was 3. 1, 2, 3, well, now it's gonna be off, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. That, for me, worked way better. And then the Q part's free. You just hit that pink orb late. You hit both of the pink orbs late. Hit that blue orb kinda late. Hit that black orb kinda late. And then don't worry about the blue orbs in the middle of those blocks, because they're H blocks. So now we're going to go back, and I'm going to do all of that in one run. Yeah. It's a really hard part. Can't deny it. But it's not as bad as it seems when you first get to it. And next up is the most balls part ever. So the reason why Bionox sucks is because Bionox felt like it was a great idea to make every single object in the part move towards you. Not just move towards you, but move in super far and then back up to the intended locations of the platforms. Bionox, come on, man. What the heck were you thinking? Just hit the green orbs as early as possible. And, not early as possible, but, like, you hit them lightly. That one specifically, going up there, that one loves to stab you. Let me see if I can, like, replicate it. Like that. Look at that. The distance between my hitbox currently and where the spike is supposed to be is so astronomically big. Why? This part sucks. The only saving grace is that it's easy. I know a lot of people, for this part specifically, a lot of people love to skip the black orb, hit the blue pad like that. I don't. I just go up, I hit the black orb. Down. There we go. So, it's the only saving grace is that it's easy. That is a very easy part, comparatively. I, personally, I actually kind of struggle with it sometimes, because you're so far into the level that your click patterns are starting to feel a little off, and your ship can get out of control. At least for me, because I'm not that good at the ship. But, that's just how I felt about it. And then, I did that wildly wrong. But this is a very learning UFO part. You hit that green orb slightly late because it's overlapping with the platform for some reason. And then wait late and then do 2 jumps. Then we're at Platnu, which is very easy until you get to the wave at the end. Like, all of that is chill enough. And then hit that blue orb slightly late, just in case. You can't die to it. And then you hit that pink orb in the yellow portal slightly late. And then you get to this wave, which is... Apparently I've still got it, but that wave takes forever to learn and even longer to get consistent. It's so difficult. Probably... I mean, it's the second biggest choke point in the level, just because it's so far. So yeah, it's rough. However, I was getting better at it by the end. And then build up for the second drop. This part is very easy though. You're supposed to let me speed hack this again because it's very fast. So tap. You are supposed to, as you can see with the hitbox there, you're supposed to do 2 jumps there. But I just jump off the first platform a little bit late. Then you're supposed to hit the green orb at on the bottom of that ship portal. You're supposed to hit it early. And then you hit that yellow portal as soon as you can. There's actually a bug. There's a bug there where if you go, sometimes it just randomly kills you. Never happened to me from 0, but it can sometimes randomly kill you. 1 click is the ship. Just go up, hit that blue orb slightly late. Same for that one. 1, 2, 3. Hit that slightly late. 2 clicks. Buffer that black orb as soon as you can. Hit those 2 black orbs a little bit late. Remember to release as soon as you can. Like, I forgot that a lot. Do 2 clicks as the UFO. That's the first part of the drop. Second part of this drop is pretty damn infamous. Let's see if I can just... Well, first let's talk about it. So, NLEX. It is by far the climax of the level. Buffer these 2 orbs. 1 click as you enter the ship portal. And then another one about halfway through the yellow orb. You want to go up there. You want to be close to the top of the UFO portal as you enter. And then you tap all of these portals as soon as you are able to enter them. Except for that blue one. Actually, a good memo to follow is if you are upside down, click it as soon as you can. If you're going through a blue portal, tap it slightly later. And actually, that yellow portal would not be as precise if the spike did not look like this. Why are there 18 spikes placed in that part? That makes zero sense. Thank you, NLEX. Why would you make that? Anyways. You come out, you buffer this red orb, hold. I actually died like that once. I didn't tap on the slope. You go down. What is it? Why is it going like that? Dude, that's not supposed to happen. And then, okay. And now you go up the slope, like that. This wave sucks. Like, not sucks as in it's, like, terribly designed or anything, but it is so hard. First there is a genuine design flaw with it. I'm not even able to do it right now. If you go down too early, there's a tiny spike down here that can kill you. That should not be there. Other than that, this wave is fine. It's just 2 clicks. The second one, you have to click very lightly. Sometimes, though, it feels kind of RNG when you come through this portal, like what you died to. You can die to a lot in that green orb section. A lot can go wrong. I don't even know where to start with how many things can go wrong coming out of there. It's a lot. Just be wary of it. The ball part's very easy. You're kind of in the chill part of NLEX right now. Like all of these clicks are chill. Remember, click that slightly late, but not late enough that you, like, don't take any chances with it, because you can do that as well. Just hold through that one. That one's easy. This, however, 81 is the hardest part of the level, for sure. So you come through, blind input, then you switch gravity, another semi-blind. You can kind of see it by this point, but not really, because, like, even that, it's just coming into focus when you're doing the click. Then you can come through that portal at any height or any momentum, and it is completely random, and it sucks. So that right there is very luck-based, but, like, you know, you can get consistent at it. And then that green orb is really hard. And then you hit that green orb in the cube portal, and then don't click that too late. Anyways, now it's time for me to delete all the checkpoints in NLEX and actually do this. One final ride for this beautiful part. And we're in the end game. Final stretch of the level. Last 40 seconds. UFO click is tough. You just, actually, you want to click that yellow portal, the yellow portal input. You tap it slightly late. A lot of this stuff is just pretty learny. None of it's particularly hard. You want to hit that one slightly, actually hit that one pretty dang late. And then you hit that yellow orb late as well, buffer the other two, hit that green orb surprisingly late, you can mess that up. And then hit that pink orb late, because you can bonk into the previous slope. I don't know if people skip these gravity changes, but I don't think it's very necessary. What I do for this one, make sure you hit the ceiling, and then go down a little bit, because I was prematurely going down a lot in the initial stages of practicing this. That's a lot better. Then you get to Darwin. This is the hardest part of Darwin, right there. Just flying through there and then dropping down is rough. Because then you can also go down too early there and do that. So do like 2 clicks or 3, depends on what you're comfortable with. So I just like to straighten myself out when I'm going through this, like this part. I don't have a click pattern for that, but then when I go through the blue portal, I do 2 clicks. Because you cannot be pressing too much when you reach the green portal, the cube portal, because you might hit the pink orb too early, and that is a timing. Jump. I jump early here and then just hit it late. It lines it up perfectly for me, at least. I do 3 clicks there. So I I stabilize, I reef up, and then I press the button for the pink orb. This part, just don't overthink it. You want to go up early there. I do 4 clicks. 4 clicks for that part. The first, so you click immediately, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just go a standard pattern. If you don't have a set in stone pattern, it looks easy, but if you don't have a set in stone click pattern for it, you can mess it up because you can go through the cube portal going up, and if you go through it going up, then you might hit the yellow orb too early and you'll crash into the saw blade. It's not visible right now. Let me turn on hitboxes. There's a saw blade up there, and if you're too high up and you hit the yellow orb, then you will crash into the saw blade. If you go down and you're expecting to go up, then you're not going to hit this yellow orb on time, and you're going to crash into the saw blade down here. So, there is stuff to keep in mind, even though it doesn't look that difficult. Then the rest of the part is free, and if you die here, then you have a serious problem. Then you get to Nobble Boy. It is certainly an ending. So, I do 1 tap there, 1 tap there, like, basically do 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3, and then you can't press that lightly, but you can't press it too harsh either. And then you hit the green orb slightly lighter. This part is hard. It's not that hard because I'm speed hacking it, but you feel, by this point, first of all, you're very shaky. Second of all, you have done so many set-in-stone click patterns throughout the whole thing, and now you're like a kind of free ship part. You feel very out of control. It feels very out of comfort zone, that part. There's a couple things that you want to keep in mind. So you drop down very harsh there. Don't try to, like, stabilize yourself through it. Drop down, catch yourself, and then go through. Then do not do too many clicks going through here. You want to go up, and then tap the blue orb, stabilize yourself with that tap, and then keep going, and make sure you tap that pink orb as you don't want to tap it too early, because there's a hitbox at the very end of this laser, like this light laser beam thing. What you want to do instead, hit it at the middle, but make sure that you're high up. You want to be, like, just scraping the platform. Then you hit the pink orb, and then hit the dash orb. It's very difficult. Probably the last, like, big choke point. Yellow orb, not too bad. Pink orb, not too bad. This green orb is very difficult. I mean, it doesn't seem too bad from this perspective. But yeah, timing that is pretty tough. Hit the pink orb right in the middle. Hit the blue orb, like, as soon as you can. You can actually hit these too late and crash into the saw blade. Even though it doesn't look like you'd be able to do that, you can do it, so watch out for it. And then the wave was nerfed. You hold into here. It wasn't nerfed, like the input wasn't made any easier. It's just that line used to not be there. And then once you enter this dual portal, click immediately. And now let's do that last part all in one. And that's Ragnarok. It is one hell of a level. It's super long, choke points right at the end, but it's doable. Beginning's not too bad. Couple choke points here and there, but most of it gets consistent. Just getting to Endlex is the most important bit. Once you get past it, sure, you might die at the end a few times, but it's okay. Because, I mean, as long as you're getting there, as long as you're grinding out that consistency, you will pass Endlex. And then it's just focus. Lock in for the last little bit of it, and then you're done. And that's Ragnarok. So I made a document called Ragnarok Calendar where I talked about my experience with it, with the level as I went along. Because normally I would just start yapping in Discord, but I couldn't do that. So, you know, I'm gonna document all my stuff here. So, let's just start reading it off. I started with day 3, because I'm stupid and I didn't realize that I was gonna do this at all. Day 3. Didn't play much today, but I got 62 to 100, which is the entire second drop. So a lot of the hard stuff to learn is out of the way. I was having a rough go of it yesterday, but I nailed it quick today in only 12 attempts. I suppose I will learn more now. Update. Just got 56 to 100. I'm praying that NLEX remains this consistent. If it does, then this level will be chill. But it might turn out to be like the Bloodlust extension, where it remains only semi-consistent the entire time playing it. We will see. Final update. I felt a little burnout today. Hopefully that doesn't stay the case, or else I might make really slow progress. Day 5. I basically just got my ass kicked all day. Currently trying to do 42 to 100. I passed NLEX 6 times and failed every single time. The deaths were 82, 85, 88, 88, 93, and 95. Not to mention the countless deaths at the last ship part in NLEX. Today was just a massive slug, and I hope the days don't stay like this, or I might just need those extra 10 days I saved for myself. Day 6. After an 88, 83, and 98% fail, I finished the run. Not too bad today? Didn't take that long to be fair, only about an hour-ish. My next goal is to learn Zaro, get a run to 100 from there, and then that might be my last full run, we'll see. Update. Learned all of Zaro's part today. Pretty damn easy part, honestly. Also got a run from 27 to 100. No, sorry. I can't read. 27 to 60. A 27 to 100 run is definitely going to be the goal. I hope to achieve it in the next 1 to 2 days. Day 7. I just fluked 27 to 100 from 60 in like 30 minutes. I didn't plan on really making any progress today, but let's just fluke NLEX, sure. I can't believe that just happened, dude. I only have 2 parts to learn now, and then I'll be going from 0. And only one of them is considered really hard. We're on a roll, man. This is so much easier than Bloodlust. Not only am I ahead of Bloodlust by about a day on a very equivalent run, the beginning of Rag is way easier than the beginning of Bloodlust. Update. Also learned 17 to 27. Not the hardest part ever, but man, that 26% click is evil. Hopefully I get consistent so that it doesn't knock the enjoyment rating down a bunch. Day 8. Today was the day where I went back to get in time to get to... Fuck, I'm restarting that one. Day 8. Today was the day where I went back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu, so I didn't play much. That's right. I went back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu, so I didn't play much. That being said, I finished learning the level and started runs from 0. I got a new best of 43. Day 9. Notable things about today? I got 43, 44 times 2, 46 times 3, 47, and 48. One of those 46s and the 48 attempt were back-to-back. My final PB of the day was 61, which is halfway through the Platinum wave. Expected death and only 1% away from the second drop. Day 10. I'm updating this one as I go along. Got the second drop and died at 64? Who dies at 64? Ever? I got 2 back-to-back deaths at 60. Just got 76 and just died to 64 again. What? Overall, today was by far the most consistent day I've ever had. I didn't even mention the 42 to 89 run. I'm hoping for good things tomorrow as well. Maybe another NLEX or 2. Crazy to say this, but I'm in the final stretch of this level already. Day 11. Third and fourth deaths at 64%. Also deaths at 66 and 70 times 2. Seriously, 62 to NLEX is such a free part, and I'm not even that nervous. I don't know why I'm dying here so much. In terms of NLEX stats, I got 74 times 2 and 75. Even though I had many more amazing runs today just felt worse than yesterday, I don't know. Day 12. Got a random run from 11 to 74. The 74% UFO feels more and more RNG the more I play the level. From 0 I got 63, 71, 76 times 3, 77, only NLEX stats I'd consider genuinely stupid, and a new best of 81%. I died to the RNG ship, which is completely expected, so I'm not too bad. I'm just really happy I got somewhere. Then I proceeded to get another 81. It was to the blind click this time, but hey, at least I got there again. Day 12, Session 2. I returned after a few hours and just got 16 to 82 out of nowhere. Hopefully that means good things. We'll see. Got a 73%, idiotic, 74%, and a 76%. Not really feeling it right now, I'm just sucking ass. Overall, this was by far my best day, and I hope I'll keep it up tomorrow, even though it won't happen. I'm so freaking tired, dude. I played for like 6 hours today. I can't wait to sleep. Day 13. I just got to run from 16 to 94. This is what we call foreshadowing. I will now proceed to do this from 0. This happened with Bloodlust. It will happen here as well. Well, I tried to do a no death past NLEX playthrough of this level, but it seems like that's not going to happen. Runs today, 16 to 94, 42 to 100. Deaths past 62, 74, 76 times 5, 77, 79, 80, 81 times 4, 82 in NLEX's part times 2, 82 past NLEX's part times 3, and then no, 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 no. Dude, you actually, okay, I have nothing to say. What the actual dude? This is it. This is the last input. This is the last input of the level. And, dude, what the, why is this so hopeless? This is not funny anymore. Like, the joke of me dying toward the end of Ragnarok, it's really not funny anymore. Like, I'm not really in on the joke. So, like, you know the rule of the prank where if the person is not laughing, if the person you pranked is not laughing, then it wasn't a fun prank. Yeah, well, the person you're pranking is me, and I'm not laughing. So, maybe give me the win soon, please. I dedicate this attempt to the Fish Club. go! I felt like the entire day was just laughing at my face. But you know what? You know what? You know what? That's why you persevere. You stick with it. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the heck do I even say? Yeah, I am speechless too, actually, title card. I am beyond speechless. Alright, let's count the attempts. Okay, so... Oh, by the way, if Shadowplay is, like, glitchy and buggy and doesn't record this right, I am going to scream. That would be the actual final punchline of today, because I wouldn't be able to beat it again. Okay. 2,915 plus... however many is in my copyable, 7,482. Okay, so we got 10,397, which is I was hoping to get sub 10k, but you know, 10,000 is beyond solid for this level. I'm probably gonna write new hardest somewhere in either the title or description. Is that true? No, this level's not harder than Bloodlust, but it's placed higher, so... I mean, if I were to place it on the list, I would put it maybe, like, the spot behind Bloodlust. Like, it's nearly there, but it's not quite. But, yeah, that's all I gotta record for this segment. And so, that was Ragnarok. I think I complained a lot throughout this video, I'm not sure, but... honestly, this is a really interesting and cool level. For a lot of reasons. Let's jump over to the tier list and I'll start talking about it. Okay, so right off the bat, out of my 4 hardest levels being like Ragnarok, Bloodlust, Ouroboros, and the Yandere, I absolutely like Ragnarok the most, which is crazy to say. Gameplay-wise, I honestly think it's worse than the Yandere, but this is when I want to talk about, like, the level's an atmospheric masterpiece. Now, I'm not too sure as to where in S tier I want to place this, because, I mean, let's just slap it right here for now. Because, like, I mean, I feel like it's more memorable than Quoar. It's not as fun as Napalm, so, you know. And I feel like there was a big gap in between those two, in terms of how much I enjoyed them. So, Ragnarok is so atmospheric in the sense that you as a player feel like you are going somewhere. Every good attempt, the level, as Doggy said, is built like a plot diagram. There's a bunch of rising action, and Lex is a, like, beautiful climax, and then the rest of it is so stressful. It is so good. When you get there, I mean, the first time you get there, after you get there, like, 7 times, it's a bit less stressful. It's like, okay, this is just every 5 minutes I'm getting here now. But that first time you get there, it is like, my life depends on this attempt. Like, and I just love that. And the music is great. The music feels like it's building constantly towards that final moment. Yeah, I just freaking love this level's atmosphere. I love it. Like, it's just great. Other levels that I consider atmospheric masterpieces are like Zodiac. That, just like the way that level functions, when you hit that second drop, it's like, holy crap, it's time to focus. Now, I haven't played Zodiac, but judging by literally everyone talking about it, like, and just, you know, viewing it, you can tell that the level like that is super stressful. And then, like, I like how Nlex's part is right at the end of that level, but, like, when you get to Nlex's part, the song is, like, super, I'm, like, really bad at speaking right now. It feels like it's just, like, the final stretch. Like, you're just holding out for that final input. So, and I think Ragnarok is just another one of those levels that's just absolutely amazing with what it's trying to do with its atmosphere. So, yeah, I just think it's great. Now, I want to judge my tier list right now. What is, like, do I agree with everything currently? So, F tier is Aftermath. That's, yep, that's true. Down base. What do I don't want to move down base anywhere because it's just like, this is one of those times in which, like, it's been so long and I don't have anything new to say about it. Okay, C tier. Yeah, Ouroboros deserves C tier. Cataclysm deserves probably... I'm more fond of Ouroboros than Cataclysm, so I'm going to move Cataclysm below. Artificial... I think it has a similar problem to Ouroboros, being Michigan as a choke point at, like, 24, Ouroboros as a choke point at 20, like, 23 through 28 or whatever. Yeah, Wavebreaker, such a whatever level. Top of C tier is good. Red World Rebirth. I'm moving this one up because I actually like it. We'll figure out where I want to place it in B tier later. The Super Hot Dog. I really don't like it. I had to rebeat it, like, after I did Ragnarok. I had to rebeat it for the video. And God, I was getting so annoyed, and it was just so bad. I didn't like it. B tier. Red World Rebirth. The Lost Existence. I get Lost Existence at bottom of B. Dark Odyssey. This was the one that I was, like, genuinely... I'm gonna bump it up. I will bump it up, because... I can't give Dark Odyssey, like, a bad score. But, not gonna give it higher than B or anything. Conical Depression's fine where it is. Red World Rebirth, I'll probably bump up to, like, just before Bloodbath. Yeah, I think that's fine. Fine spot for it. Barbaros Finale's good where it is. I think my A tier is looking pretty solid. Same for S tier, but I'm moving Wario's Goldmine down. Sorry. I played, like, Napalm and Misfire, and both of them were more fun than Wario's Goldmine, so Wario's Goldmine has to come down here in the same group. So I think that's the tier list. That's what I'm happy with. So, I have finished all of Novel Boy's Extremes, except for one, Molten Gear. What I'm considering doing at some point is playing all of Novel Boy's rated levels. I mean, all I have is Crystal Field, Crying Souls, Dark Rainbow Rebirth, and The Furious, and then it's just his Extremes left, and I just have Molten Gear, so... You know, I can knock these out in a day or two, and then I go play Molten Gear, and fun little finale for beating every Novel Boy level. That'd be fun. So what the heck is next for me with levels? Dude, Ragnarok is like jumping down this list faster than I can even freaking like stop it. There's nothing I can do. I think I beat it when it was 109, and now it's 115. Like, what the hell? Yeah, so after I do, you know, I think most of you guys know that I'm doing Zodiac next. At some point in the near future. And then after that, I want to do the Yangirai, because, hell yeah, that level looks awesome. And then, oh, whoops, I didn't mean to click on it. And then after that, I want to do Edge of Destiny, and then that's it. I have no freaking clue what I want to do for Hardest after that. So yeah. That was the 12 Demons of Christmas. I put a lot of effort into this, a surprising amount. I am pushing it insanely close to Christmas right now, and I haven't barely started editing the Ragnarok video, and it's gonna be super long. So, I better get on that. But man, this was a lot of fun. I actually enjoyed grinding out these levels. Most of them were great. I like easy extremes. They're easy. You get in, you beat them, you feel good, you leave. And then, you know, just making something really hard for the climax. That was fun. I really liked this. Barbaros will return in the sequel. But, yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. I guess that this is crazy to say. This concludes my 12 Demons of Christmas. Man, it just sucks that I never put a level in double S tier. I was hoping to get at least one. Well, I guess I have to. Misfire's going in double S tier. Have a Merry Christmas.